Hello, Oracles. Oracle Tim here from Oracle Investments. Well, we've got Tesla stock today trading flat. Pretty much all of the stock market is trading flat. This time of year, during this week, it is low volume, and there's a lot of people who are just, kind of sitting there waiting to see what's going to happen after the first of the year. Last year, Tesla stock finished at 705, and right now we are at over 50% growth for the year. Now, Elon himself has said that he is confident that Tesla can grow at 50% every year for the next decade. Does that mean that the stock price is going to grow at 50% every year? Maybe, maybe not. He was talking more about production and delivery growth. But, some of the bull cases that are out there, you look at a 50% growth for the next decade and that is their number. How is that even possible? Well, we'll get into that in a minute, but when you look at a bunch of analysts, all of the analysts that are out there, bears and bulls alike, don't envision what could actually potentially happen with Tesla in the future. Now, it is very hard to put a valuation on something that does not exist. So I don't blame them for not coming up with scenarios that could potentially happen in the future, because they're still living in a realistic world right now of what currently is. And so we have a lot of bears out there who have a very linear vision of what's going on. It's a straight line, and they don't see past today. They say, today, this is where we are at. So because this is where we are at today, that has to be where we are going to be in the future. Not taking into account how Tesla does things faster than other people and other companies, and that's why they're going to pull away from these other companies. They don't look at the fact that an EV market that we have right now isn't just going to be an EV market in the future. It is going to be the entire automotive market. So when they say that Tesla is losing market share, great, they are, because that is exactly how things work. There are other companies out there producing EVs. So based on actual just natural math, yes, they're going to lose market share in EVs. But when you're looking at the fact that they have a 5% hold of the entire automotive market, there is still 95% of market for all of the EV companies to grow in. So sure, they're going to lose market share in the EV market, but they're going to grow, and there is plenty of room for them to grow at the 50% for at least the next decade. And as Cathie Wood says, who is going to take the lion's share of that? Well, obviously it's going to be Tesla, because they have the best of everything right now, and nobody else has even caught up to where Tesla was 5 years ago. So there's no way that anybody's going to catch up to them now, because it's not like anybody is working faster and better than Tesla. So Tesla is still better and faster than everyone else, so they're just pulling away even faster. And now when it comes to the bullish analysts, they're a bit confused, but they got the spirit. They see Tesla as an EV company as many investors saw Tesla 5 to 10 years ago. They saw this awesome potential in the future of Tesla as an EV company. But there are so many other factors involved that are going to take Tesla further down the road. And while the bulls do have a little bit of that into their valuation models, and they can see that coming, that future hasn't really come to fruition yet. So they can't put a valuation on what doesn't exist. So it's difficult for them. So they look at maybe a 3 to 5 year, roadmap, and they say, okay, well, that can happen over 3 to 5 years. Well, guess what? In an exponential growth situation, 3 to 5 years only starts that exponential growth. It is the next 5 years of that decade that really just explode the stock. And so what is it that is going to be so exponential about Tesla over the next decade? Well, think about the different areas that they're in. They're not just EVs like a Rivian or a Lucid. They have energy. They've got robotaxis. They've got the Teslabot at the end of the decade. Every single one of these facets of their business could potentially be another S-curve. We are now just at the beginnings of the EV S-curve. You throw in energy, there's another S-curve. You throw in robotaxis, there's another huge S-curve. You put in Teslabots at the end of the decade, you have now started another S-curve where Tesla was back in 2013. and you think that the stock price was low back then, right now, thinking about the potential of what Teslabots can do in the future, the stock price now is going to look just like it did to those of us now back in 2013. And then you throw in other revenue like insurance, FSD as a license, other software revenue that they have coming in. They just have so much potential revenue streams coming in that are going to be on their own S-curve. Because don't forget, as the EV S-curve climbs, the FSD S-curve also climbs. The insurance S-curve also climbs. Because the exponential growth in their vehicle market is going to exponentially grow all of the other revenue streams that they have. And this is also why every single year for the last couple of years, we have seen analysts come in with their price targets and continually increase their price targets, their delivery targets, everything that they come in with. And looking at the analyst expectations of 1.3 million deliveries for 2022 is just laughable, because even Elon said that they're going to do 50% increase over last year, and that doesn't even include Austin and Berlin. So you factor those in and you're well over 1.3 million deliveries. So what's great about that for us as investors is right now the stock price is reflecting a 1.3 million delivery future. And all these analysts are putting their price targets out with that as their future number. So what's going to happen when we come in at 1.6 million deliveries instead? Well, we come in at 1.6 million deliveries and everybody's price targets are going to go through the roof even more. Hopefully, if we're lucky, they'll all make that same mistake again at the end of 2022, and we will all get to reap the benefits in 2023. And so I have had a lot of conversations with many of you about when is a good time to buy. Should I buy now? Should I buy on that potential dip that is coming over the next couple of weeks? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I try to help you guys out as much as I can within the means that I'm allowed. But you just ask yourself these questions. What are you investing in Tesla for? If you're investing in it for the short term, that's a different type of play to get into. Again, that is something to follow some charts on, and you have to do your own thinking there. If you're investing in Tesla long term, where do you see it in 5 years? Where do you see it in 10 years? If you see Tesla at $3,000 in 5 years and $15,000 in 10 years, do you really care if you buy in now at $1,100 or $950? No. That would be like back in 2013 saying, you know what, do I want to buy the stock at 35 bucks or 40? Who cares? It doesn't matter, because in the long run, you're going to be a huge winner either way. So for me, Tesla is a stock that I am holding and adding to on a regular basis. Every day, my plan is I add now $12 per day to Tesla stock, and for every percent it dips, I add another $12. I will be increasing that as well, just because I have more income coming in to be able to do that, and I want to add more. Whether Tesla is the biggest winner in 2022 or not, that is to be seen. However, over the next decade, I do not see any other stock out there that is going to have as much growth potential as Tesla, which is why my portfolio is now quickly growing to 50% Tesla. When I started this channel, I was at about 27%. And so because of all the information I have gotten from the research on Tesla, all the feedback from you guys, thank you all for that, for encouraging me and doubling my position in Tesla. So that's been huge. I appreciate that, and I know in the next 10 years I'm going to appreciate that even more. So thank you all. Let me know in the comments below, what other S-curves do we see popping up for Tesla over the next decade? We've got so many of them coming out. Some of them run with EVs, some of them are on their own and doing their thing like energy. It's going to be absolutely crazy to see what this company is going to do in the next decade. So share with me in the comments what you think we have coming for us in the next decade with all these S-curves. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. Follow me on Twitter at OracleTim1. I've put up all of the up-to-date information there as quickly as I can get it up to you guys. Again, thank you so much. We'll see you later. Have a great one.